Hello and welcome to Adobe Live with Creative Cloud Express. I'm your host, Julia Vaca. Welcome everybody and happy Monday. We see a bunch of lovely people in the chat. We have Cody Perry joining us. Hi. Come and say hi in the chat, whether it's on Behance or YouTube, wherever you are watching us. Come and say hi. We're live. Today, we're going to be doing some designing for non-designers. We're going to be designing a logo in Creative Cloud Express. And even if you don't have any previous knowledge on designing logos, it's going to be super fun because Creative Cloud Express is an amazing platform where you can design with templates. You can access a whole bunch of fonts that you can apply to your designs and just customize existing templates to your needs and to your small business brand names and so on. So so we are going to be starting with a logo today, and then tomorrow we are going to be creating a social post, which is also super exciting. I know a lot of you are active on social media, so this is going to be really, really fun to create. Hi, Dorina, good to see you. I hope you all are doing good and staying safe. So let's jump right into my screen and let's get started. Cool. All right. So we are here on Creative Cloud Express on express.adobe.com. And Creative Cloud Express, you can not only access from your browser, but also from your mobile devices. So you can also download it as an app on your phone or on your tablet, whatever you're using. And it's just a really, really great way to create something really, really quickly. Or if you are not familiar with design, to create from templates. And now I am in the homepage, and you can see I have on the left side this wonderful menu that has my home page basically, and then we have our projects, so you can see the past projects, and this is actually exactly what we are going to be doing today. So a little sneak peek into our work, but you can see you can access past projects here. And then on the left side, we can also go into brands. And what does that actually mean? Brands means that your brand can be applied to the social media templates that are already existent, right? So you can add your logo, you can add some brand color, and you can also add a brand font. And then you can see that all of these things are being applied to your can be applied to your social media templates or anything else that you want to create. And that can be, for example, a CV, a menu, a book cover, whatever you want to create and create a layout with. This is what Creative Cloud Express is for. And then we can also access our libraries, and we have a lovely learn section here where you can learn about other things than like grouping objects or removing backgrounds from pictures, which is what we're going to be doing today. And it's super, super fun and super easy. No Photoshop skills needed to remove a background of a picture. Actually, that's something we're going to be doing tomorrow. But it's super, super easy. There is this magical tool that you can use to remove backgrounds from your pictures. It doesn't even have to be a smooth background. I don't know how the AI recognizes the objects, but it just works super, super cool. Hi, Z by HV. Hi, good to see you here, Rick. Good to see you, Rick. And come say hi in the chat. Don't be shy. Ask questions. We are here to answer those questions and to learn together. Cool. Let's get back to our home button. And from here, if you have not started anything yet, you can go in and start from templates. Here we have some templates for a logo. Here we have also another logo or maybe a sticker. Then we have some social posts, and I think this one is even animated. You can also create quick animations in Creative Cloud Express, which is also super fun. Here also a lot of really fun templates those are popular templates. And then if we scroll further down, we have specific categories like Instagram stories, Instagram posts. Then we have all of these amazing backgrounds that we can also access. Facebook posts, posters, logos, flyers, collages, book covers, whatever you want to create. Here are a bunch of templates for you in the home section. But I'm going to be going and clicking the little plus sign right here, the little plus icon. And once you click that, you can also do some quick actions, and you can work with some PDFs. You can edit those PDFs and convert them from PDF to different things. You can work with video. You can go in and merge videos, resize, convert to GIF, and so on. A lot of really cool things you can do with videos here as well. And of course, you can also resize images. So if you have an image that's very large and you want to put it on your website and you want to have a smaller resolution so it doesn't take too much time to load, you can resize your image here, remove backgrounds, which is, again, I was mentioning earlier, super fun. And you can also convert the different formats of images here. And here on the left side, this is super fun because this is exactly where you kind of usually want to start, right? To create something. And maybe it's a social post, maybe it's a logo, maybe it's a flyer. Today, we're going to be making a logo, and I want to show you some really cool tricks of how to create a cool logo. And we're going to be creating something very minimalistic, so you can literally apply this design to your brand and it's still going to work because it's going to be a very minimalistic design. We're not going to have a lot of kind of decorational pieces in it. So a very minimalistic design we're going to be doing today. And then you can also even create your own templates, which is also really fun. So let's say you have a social media page and you want to create a cohesive experience and you want to create templates for yourself, or maybe you have a designer create templates for you and you just use those templates, those custom templates. So that is also possible. And we can also create a video web page. How cool is that? If you have a product and you want to quickly create a web page, Creative Cloud Express makes it super, super easy to do that as well. Cool. So today we're going to be designing a logo. So I'm going to click logo, and by default, it comes in this square format, but we can also resize here if we want to. And we have a bunch of templates that can help us get started. So if you don't even know which font to pick, you can pick one of these templates and then kind of adjust it to your brand identity or to your company name. So feel free to start from here. For example, this Pizza Park one looks really cool. But today we're going to be starting from scratch. And I want to show you how easy it is even to start from scratch and to create something like that. So here we have only the background for now. I know it looks very empty, very scary, right? Let's go in and adjust the color. And today we're going to be creating a logo for a law firm. So if you own a law firm, this is a very great stream for you if you want to create a brand identity for your law firm. This is really, really great. But also feel free to use this design for any brand you have. It's going to be a very universal design that can be applied to your brand name as well. Cool. Darina is saying, I'm growing to love CC Express more and more. And same here, to be honest, sometimes I just don't want to sit at my desk, even though I could design something in Adobe Illustrator, which is this very professional design program. But I can also sit on my couch and use my phone to design something cool. So I think that's what Creative Cloud Express has helped me with a lot, just designing when I'm not at my desk or when I don't want to be at my laptop. But you can also, of course, design from the browser, which is also really fun. Of course, you can be a little bit more kind of detailed because everything's so much bigger on a big screen. All right, cool. So what are we going to do first? And first, I would like for us to think of some colors. And when we think about our brand, we have to think of some colors. And when thinking about law, for some reason, I'm thinking of blue tones and colors that are more on the serious side. So I would probably not pick something like this. This kind of reminds me more of something food related, maybe like if I were to design a restaurant brand, this will be maybe a color I would use. Or what about this color? This could be a color we could use. I'm thinking more of a very neutral kind of blue tone, a blue tone that's not very colorful. So here on the right side, we have our little kind of a spectrum of color that we can access. So here we have the lightest point, right? Top left, we have the lightest point, and the least color. On the right side, we have the lightest point and the brightest point and the most color. So you can see it's a very vibrant blue, right? Very vibrant. Now, if I go further down, it gets darker. If I go further to the left, it gets a little bit less saturated, right? Now, if I go down, I go to the darkest color, darkest and most saturated color. So this is basically a blue turned dark. Now, if I go on the opposite side to the bottom, this is white turned dark, right? So it all makes sense. We have the brightest and most saturated color on the top right, the least saturated and the brightest on the top left, the least saturated and the darkest bottom left, and the most saturated and the darkest bottom right. Now, this is one way to adjust the color tone. Another way to adjust the color is to adjust the hue. And the hue, the color tone here is, the hue. Sorry, it's Monday, you know. So here we can adjust the color hue, which is going to be, can be a different color. Wherever you go, think about your brand. Think about when we're talking about this blue, think about how warm do you want the blue to be, right? I can have a blue that's very vibrant and it's almost a little bit not very calm, right? It makes you more, it makes you feel more, it makes your eyes kind of very heavy. And once you soften it up a little bit, so once you move a little bit into the gray direction, it already looks more comfortable, right? So what do you want the person to feel when they look at your brand? Do you want them to feel something very vibrant and very colorful and very kind of into the face? Or do you want something more calm and relaxing, toned down, and more natural? And when designing for your brand, think about these things. Is your brand more on the bold side? Do you want to be out there? Or do you want to be a little bit more subtle, right? So this is how you can make decisions on color. And then, of course, the color tone matters a lot. If we are talking about a red color, this red is very vibrant. It reminds us of danger. It reminds us of maybe aggression. Maybe it reminds us of, hey, don't do this, right? Or cancel. This is what that red reminds us of. Now, if we go into more like a warmer direction, it can already be a luxury brand color, right? So color matters a lot when designing stuff like this. And in our case, we're going to go into the blue tones. Blue tones are very kind of serious color tones and are used a lot in education, are used a lot in law, anywhere where you kind of have to be serious to the point and where you kind of have to gain that respectful feeling from the person who sees your brand, right? So we can select the color, maybe somewhat like this, maybe go into the darker direction. And then let's add some text to our logo. And of course, we will have to add light text to this. And I'm going to go in and select text right here on the left side. And I'm going to maybe select something like this logo template. And I can simply click on that and it's going to be applied to my logo design already. And I can start from here. You don't necessarily have to start from scratch, right? And once you kind of click into this, you can see this is a group of objects, right? When I move this around, this all moves together, right? It's a group. Now, to be able to edit this a little bit more and customize it, I'm going to ungroup this. And so that I can click on the single objects and I can move them around and I can adjust them, right? You can also simply double click into the group. That will also give you access to those objects. Now, I want to adjust the text here. And my text is going to be, the name of my brand is going to be Winston Morris. So I'm going to type out Winston in caps. I'm also using the Shift lock on my keyboard. And now you can see there is a shape applied to this, the effect, which is this outline. And I can turn this off. So you can see now this outline is gone. And I'm also going to go in and adjust the color to a white color. Again, you saw that I have my object selected, my text selected, and I go into text color right here, click on the color, and here you can adjust the custom color. You can also go onto more, and there are some suggestions for color tones you can use. There are some really cool color tones actually that you can experiment with. So feel free to try those out as well if you don't have any kind of thought of where to start. All right, so we have our background color, which is this blue here, and we have our white color that's building a very great contrast, which is something that we want to achieve. And we're going to take this, simply click and drag, and you can see we have this line in the middle, this pink line. And this pink line, what it does is it helps us lock the text to the middle. So right now, if I pass by this line, it kind of helps me to lock this object, to lock this text to the middle. Now, if I move further down, I can see there is also the vertical middle that I can access here, right? So now I know that my text is perfectly in the middle of this square. But I want to create another word. And for now, I'm going to change the font here. And we are going to go and select Proxima Nova for our font. You can see it's all alphabetically sorted, but you can experiment. Of course, feel free to click on any of these fonts and experiment. Oh, this one is really cool, Glottic Display. This one looks really, really fun. And you can also access more fonts here, which I think Glottic I have downloaded, I have activated already in my Adobe fonts, but here you can click on more fonts and you can explore more fonts from the Adobe fonts, which is a huge font library that you can access for free. Once you have this set up, you can access all of these fonts for free. So no need to pay extra there to buy fonts and so on. Cool. Hi everyone. We have Lemuel here. We have Oroke here. Awesome. I'm glad you like my tutorials. I'm so happy. Cool. Monday brain. Yes, totally having Monday brain. Cool. Joshua is saying, love the gold yellow text idea. Yes. Lawyers can be aggressive. Yep. Very true. Yeah, you can make this text gold as well. How to make it appear gold? You can go into the color and go into the orange section and then pan around a little bit until you find the perfect tone. So I would say this exact code here, D59F2C, looks a lot like gold. So you can definitely do that. And then you can also add a shadow, which will make it even more luxurious looking. And in this case, kind of a little bit more like Western looking, which I kind of love. But we are going to be going with Proxima Nova today, which is an amazing font, a very versatile and very minimalistic. Proxima Nova right here. And we have in every font, or in most of the fonts here, we call them typefaces because they have multiple font weights in them, right? So if I click onto this arrow, you can see we have a lot of different weights that we can access, from thin to regular to bold. We have a lot. And I'm going to select bold for now, and I am going to turn off this shadow, and I'm going to go back into, also, if you look at the color tones here, this gold tone and the blue tone, maybe they have enough contrast, maybe not. So if you see that from afar, and you can check it once you zoom out. So once you zoom out, if your logo is not well legible, create some contrast. And how to create contrast? You can simply look at the color in the background. It's a very dark color, right? It's dark. So make our logo lighter, right? We're going to make the logo just a little bit lighter, just like that. And look, when we zoom out now, it's so much better legible. because it builds that contrast. It makes it so much easier for our eye to read this. Cool. So we have Winston here, and I'm going to go in and select the white color. You want to keep it very clean, very cold. It's a law firm. All right. You can also, of course, if you want to be that law firm that wants to be more experimental and fun and edgy, of course, feel free to experiment with colors. You can go in and make it yellow or whatever you prefer. So now we're going to create a copy of this, and we're going to type out our second name. And here I'm going to click duplicate. Top right here. See that? Duplicate. And now I have duplicated the same exact word in the same exact style. And that will save me maybe a couple seconds adjusting the style. So that's something designers do a lot. We copy paste, we change something, we copy paste, and then we change it again so that, we don't have to adjust all of these things again. So I'm going to type out my second name, Morris, Winston Morris. Now you can see, because this word is a little bit shorter, the font got a little bit larger, but you can adjust that. So here we can see the font size is 258. Let's make it 250. So it's easier for us to remember. 250. And here we're also going to go in and type in 250 so that we have the exact same font size. Okay. Now to move together two objects, you can select one, hold Shift, select the second one. Now you can see I have two objects, two of my text objects that I'm adjusting. I can also go in and make them both larger, which for this logo, I'm going to make them slightly larger. Okay, cool. So we have that set up. Make sure that it's all in the middle. And I'm going to remove this Lake Tahoe section here. And I am going to create a line between those two words. And for that, I can go into the icons section. And here you can find literally anything. You can find a dog. You can find a sun. You can find literally anything that you can simply click and add to your logo, right? So even in law, you can type in law and see what comes out. And you can even use objects like this to add to your logo if you want. But today we're going to keep it simple, and we're going to look for a line element. And we're simply going to take a line, click on it, and put it into our logo. Now you can see the line is diagonal, right? But we can take it and we can turn it. And once we start turning, you can see we also get these snapping functionalities here. It's called a smart guide, a guide for us to snap in the right position, right? And usually we want to snap either 90-degree angle or 45-degree angle, but you can still, do it custom as you want, but it helps you kind of to snap your object to that exact position. Cool. So now this line is quite a big line. I'm going to decrease the size by taking one of the corners and simply dragging it towards the middle, just like that. Now make sure when you're doing this, that the distance from the line to the top word and from the line to the bottom word is the same, right? Make sure to have that adjusted. Cool, we have our logo ready. And in the same way, you can create an opposite of this logo as a variation, right? You can go in and make the background light. And again, holding Shift, we're selecting both the text objects. They're the same color now as the background. And we can make them our dark color or even black, right? Even the black color works super well here. Now I want to create this very clean variation of my logo because I want to use it for my poster tomorrow or for my social media post. And something like this with very large contrast always works really well. So I'm going to download, and I'm going to download it in PNG so I don't have the background. And I'm going to select Transparent PNG. Now I have my logo with a transparent background that looks super professional. Haven't done much, right? I just added these two words. I added a line, changed some colors. that's it. Now, I have saved this logo to my computer, and I can go back to my projects, and you can see that I can go into another project and add my logo to that if I want to. All right, my friends. So tomorrow we are going to be creating this exact social media post. So this is going to be our work for tomorrow that we're going to be doing using the exact same logo that we have created today. So if you want to learn how to put together a layout for your social media to make it look more professional, come back tomorrow, same time, same place. Thank you all so much for watching, and stay tuned for the program, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.